Welcome, brawlers. I'm the Hermit, and I hope you're ready for some Grixis artifacts. Because our commander today is Mayan Zuko. For 1 and Grixis mana, we get a legendary 3/5 human noble ally with firebending 3. You may cast ally spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. So we're gonna be mostly focusing on the artifact side of this, but we do have some allies. We have Katara, Waterbending Master. Whenever we cast a spell during our opponent's turn, we get an experience counter, and then when she attacks, we may draw a card for each experience counter we have, and if we do, discard a card. So if we get 2 experience counters, we cast 2 spells during our opponent's turn. We untap with Katara, we just draw 2, discard 1. We also have the Blue Spirit. We may cast the first creature spell as though it has flash each turn, including our opponent's turn, and then whenever a non-token creature we control enters during combat, we draw a card. We also have the Mechanist. Whenever we cast a non-creature, we make a clue, and we can tap it to make one of our artifacts, a 3/1 with flying. Then we are gonna be having a decent amount of value artifacts. Some are gonna draw us cards, like Everflowing Well, Mana Rocks of course, File of Galadriel, Bandit's Hall, Arcane Signet, Coldsteel Heart, Mindstone, and we also have Tome of Legends. Whenever our commander enters or attack, we put a counter on it. Then we can pay 1, remove a counter from it to draw a card. We also have some interaction-based artifacts, Braided Net. When it enters, it gets 3 counters, then we can remove one of them to tap an on-land permanent, and its activated abilities can be activated. Lodestone Needle. When it enters, we tap up to 1 artifact or creature and put 2 stone counters on it. We have Chainsaw, Legion Extruder. When they enter, they deal damage, Baleful Strix, draws us a card, Flying Death Touch. Then we also have Spirited Simulacrum, Solemn Simulacrum. They are pretty much the same, except Spirited Simulacrum, we can cast it for Warp 4, but also when it leaves, we get an on-land, not just any card. Then at the top end, we have Kappa Cannoneer with Improvise, Thought Monitor with Affinity for Artifacts. If we get enough on the board, we either draw 2 cards with the Thought Monitor, or we get a threat with the Cannoneer. We also have Tesseract Artifice Master. If we have 3 or more artifacts, we can 0 to draw 2 cards, or we can plus to make Thopters. Then we have just regular counter spells, Memory Lapse, Remand, Tales End, Snapcaster Mage, and Opposition Agent for flash creatures. From Alchemy, we have Velos Breath Ogre. It has starting intensity of 1, and then whenever it attacks, it deals damage equal to its intensity to any target. Then that intensity increases by 1. We have the commands, Thought Seizes, Mind Spike, Feral Push, Cut Down, Ragavan, Wash Away, and a little one-shot, of course, because firebending just makes it so that we can cast it for more mana, and even more improvise with Metallic Rebuke. Also from Avatar, we have the Fire Nation Drill. If we can cast it for flash, it's better, but even if we just run it, it acts as a... When it enters, we may tap it, then if we do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less, but also it has the Shadow Spear clause. We can pay 1 to make our opponent's permanent lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. So that's the deck. Now let's head into the queue and cast some artifacts against our opponents. Puro, We got into hell queue. We can try this, I think. Into the flood moon, negate halfling. Do we want to take? Guess negate. Here opponent will play their forest. Halfling, we snuff it out. And they concede. GG's. Wandering Minstrel. Are they a combo deck of some sort? Seems like that's the case. So we take Halfling. Maybe it was better to actually take Reclamation. Now that I think about it. Because the Halfling we can kill. Maybe this will give our opponent pause. We respond to the roasting by opposition agent. Now they are one turn behind. Wandering Minstrel. We chainsaw. And that was good enough. They didn't have double green for their Corsair. Probably didn't get another land. Or maybe it was a fetch land, so they couldn't crack it. Good games. BB Sam. We didn't have the right colors, but now we do. Eternal Witness. They'll send their land. Make signal. And the talisman. Kind of late for remand. Not entirely, but one ring from opponent. Kinan and Eternal Witness. For combat, attack. I guess we don't want to use the mana. But we want to deal the damage first. X equals 2. We counter that. Have Tome of Legends. Ooh. Should we use... Yeah, I guess we don't have any other use for the firebending mana, so... Tome of Legends. Draw a card. Here we will respond to the trigger by killing. Diversion unit. So because of their ring, they have 2 turns. Maybe just 1 if they let us attack. And they need to pay even more mana for Wrath if they have 1. An extra turn, actually not ideal with the 1 ring. Maybe if they have an Uro or something like that. Spirited Simulacrum. They could still have Farewell and pay for it, I think. Yeah. Is that our desperation draw? I think so. And I mean, we were kind of lucky that our opponent is not doing what they needed because we threw a bunch of lands, even though we didn't get any card advantage until we got our Tom. So okay, they play Ugin. If they add the mana, we will respond with Fail the Profane. Sure, they gain the life.
The wise heed my advice.
I guess we still needed to kill it. Now if they have a 1 mana artifact, or I don't think they do, they only had mana rock so far. Let it Halfling. Yeah, let's just keep looking to be safe.
This is an unfortunate fate.
They need to gain 4 life, maybe 5 if they are desperate enough to use the ring as well. Maybe they could have Heliod's intervention. I run it, but I don't think many people do. What was your plan, opponent? Are they gonna tutor for... They're gonna Wear of Invention? So they get Etherflux Reservoir and played a couple of spells to gain some life. Okay, let's counter it. Now they have to pay 3 more. And if they do, they might not be able to play another spell here. We are just tapping out. Paradoxing. Okay. They rift us. Draw more cards. But now they cannot add mana, they're gonna lose. Unless they have a free spell. GG's. Yeah, it seems like opponent didn't have a plan for their own wandering, so GG's. Miratan Neuron Hacker. I think we need to skip a turn essentially, playing a tap land. And then we're gonna Signet and Spike. Calculation, Mana Leak, Brainstorm. The twos, we will make you discard and deal 2 damage. Let's play Mindstone and Dome. And even if they use the downpour on our commander, it still has the commander marker, so we're gonna be drawing cards from the Dome. Calculation, do we pay for it? I think so. Yeah, we know about that. Okay. Yep, I guess they didn't like our plan. So right through them, and it was enough. Good games, Merata. Uharis. Let's spike their mind. Mana Leak, Scalding, Rain Surge. Scalding doesn't affect us, so let's take the leak. Oh, Scalding does affect us now. I guess we will resolve or try to resolve Braided Net. Then we will pass with 4 untapped mana for console the star charts. Or do we want to make Maya and Zuko? Sure, why not? Oh, but we don't have a swamp for Snuff Out. They need to buff their commander, which they may be able to do. I don't know if they can do it all the way to 5, maybe with Brainstorm. Okay, first line. Here we will tell him for a swamp. They attack, we jump, draw a card. Okay then. Ooh, they have a counter spell. Guess let's consult the star charts. Might be a little bad to get Katara. The ogre. It might be able. Yeah, it might just die to Harris. So we take the Cannoneer. Actually, obviously Cavern and the Fit Cycle. Go. Two artifacts, so maybe we. But it doesn't do anything then. It only does one for 4 mana. And then 2 more for the. Human. They get Brain Search again. I guess they can technically Uharis and Brain Search, then put the counters on Uharis, but they don't know we have Fit the Cycle. Okay, they don't do any of that. Then Scolding. They are dealing to our face. We don't mind. Play the Strix. Fire Nation Drill. Drill, baby, drill. So we get in with Maya and Zuko. First Talisman, then Fit the Cycle on Harris. their spell. How much will it cost now? Cents. Ooh. Guess we craft. Yeah, they need an impulse draw to kill the streaks. Let's see what they get. Actually, maybe they kill us if they impulse draw here. So maybe we just jump with the streaks. And lightning. Okay, let's pay. How is that gonna work? I guess they needed to pay with Moxamber mana there. But that was a substantial damage. 6. Down to 7. And we don't have... Well, I guess we can technically drop 2 here. Here's Triumph. We still need something to kill Harris, I guess. The card. Somehow they get haste. We just lose. Maybe. And now the fact that this is third means we need... Well, we need this card right here to save us. Okay, they have haste. We go down to 1 life. They have a lightning bolt, probably. No, they don't. So we are hoping on this card right here to save us. Otherwise, the Braided Net can only draw 4. 3 this time. 3, yeah. Mystical Tutor. 4. A Bolt probably does it. Yeah, they can Bolt. Yeah, GG's. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do it in their turn. Even if we had a counter spell. Well, I guess maybe they had another one in their hand. GG's. Their Shrine decks. This is, I must admit, far from ideal. Simulacrum. Keep those. Finding the old gods. Annoying, to say the least. Drana. And now they have enough to replay their commander once. They're gonna draw a card. Draw another card. Yeah, I don't think we have many ways to deal with them other than Cyclonic Rift, probably. Now they are going to make us this card. Good games. I guess we were... Yeah, they're gonna get another one, and that's gonna draw them another card. It's all downhill for us, I'm afraid. Jetmir. And we have Fury, so we should clean up their entire board at some point. Well, yeah, probably the Steam Vents needed to be the third land, so we could do something with it. Okay. Cryptolith right. Ooh. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Krenko's command. Vision of Kobakan. Yeah, and now we need another rat or we lose. I guess maybe removal for Jetmir could also work. But it's essentially top deck or bust. Bust it is. Okay, maybe not so much. We need to x equals 5. That's doable. They keep on top, so I'm guessing a land maybe. Grand the Polisher. Okay. That works too, I guess.
May our axes strike as one!
Lightning Bolt. Let's try to kill a Jenny. Let's see what we get. Okay, yeah, that was enough for our opponent. Oh, they needed 3 creatures in order for this to be a 3-1, so it was no longer a trade. GG's. La Grela de Magpie. So I don't love this hand, but we can work with it. Maybe I will give our opponent an oops when we play the caverns. That way they will be like, oh, I see it. See what happened to you. Birds and Noble Hider. For Weave. Remind that. Get a counter. Position agent. Let's spike our opponent's mind. Birthing Ritual. We're going to decline here. What do you get now, opponent? Hopefully not a Reclamation Sage. Okay. So first, I think we drill. Then we probably draw. Talisman. Guess we can Gadgeteer into Talisman. Also, yeah, the Gadgeteer is gonna make it easier to activate the hole. So that's something. And then get Spirited Companion. Don't crack your fetch, opponent. Guardian Project. Maybe they are trying to get value out of the ritual. White Orchid Phantom. But with the Gadgeteer, Crew, attack. Crack the clue. Maybe crack the Mind Stone as well. Downport Mage. Draw card. Live without dying. So if they sacrifice to the ritual, they die. Pasa. And at the very least, we need another artifact, some card draw. Pretty much anything that gets us in the game. They bounce the Phantom, they draw 2 cards, sure. We still have enough basics for this, but it's definitely bad. At least maybe it counts as deck thinning. Okay, never mind. They were gonna bounce it, but there's ritual and they destroyed the drill. Come on. Yeah, they had all their wastes going. Now every creature gets some value, they blink, value, they get something with the ritual for more value. We just couldn't win with mere lands. GG's. Grix. And the bubble, we crack it right away if we don't have the mocks. Otherwise we keep it. We're gonna take some life out of ourselves. The darkness crystal. So these are all lands or creatures. Oh, Cage Sun. Crashing Drawbridge. Attack, firebend. Well, well, well. Urborg and Caverns. opponent. Your turn, yeah. Because they have priority from the drawbridge, maybe they forgot. But since I guess they might take the triumph. Actually, let's consult the star charts. Okay. I think they take the triumph. Yeah. Oh, they take the occupation. They know they can block. They will block. And I think they might concede soon because they don't have their next land. I don't know what they are keeping in their hand. Some of Legends, we like that. We attack to get the dome going. Here we play the needle, tap the bridge. Now we can explore with the compass. Yeah, let's show our opponent the memory lapse. Yeah, they stuck it out for too long, in my opinion. Or well, at least in my test, if I was in their shoes, I would have conceded years ago. Good game, Secrets. Nice you stuck it out, maybe. So that's gonna be it for today's video, and if I were to make some changes, first I would remove the ally synergies. They are not horrible, but I think you are better. You will be better off if you play some more card advantage in the form of artifacts. Something like Maze Mind Tome, the vehicle that also draws you cards. The one I would keep is definitely the Mechanist, but we would remove the Blue Spirit, Katara, and I think the deck is pretty much as good as it gets. Really, really fun, really good to cast Flash with your artifacts maybe. You could also try out Azula. Maya and Zuko don't give Azula a flash, but the fact that she can copy the spells could be a nice synergy. It might be worth trying out. Maybe we can even remove Tesseret for that, so I will make those changes, put it in the description as always, and as always, thank you for watching. I'm the Hermit, and as always, thank you for watching. I'm the Hermit, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.